Who are you?
I don't know, you tell me.
You are?
Duffy.
Duffy!
I thought you were going to tell me.
You are Duffy. Welcome to Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, Duffy.
Thank you, a pleasure.
So, Duffy, here you are in Vancouver. You love Motown, so you put both of those things together, and I have a little gift for you.
Okay.
So, here we have the group, Bobby Taylor and the Vancouvers, who are signed to Motown Records, who were signed to Motown Records. This is for you, a gift. They were a Vancouver group on Motown.
Thank you.
And I thought I'd give this to you as well. I included, believe it or not, in here, Duffy, a CD as well, a burned CD, so you can listen to it too.
Lovely. I really just like the look of these guys. You know, you really don't want to mess with them.
It was really interesting. They were the first non-black group signed to Motown, and they were from Vancouver, BC, Canada.
Nice.
They were discovered by the Supremes here in Vancouver, and believe it or not, are you up on comedy, Duffy?
Not recently, but now that I've met you, I feel as though I've been introduced to it because I actually really like your style. Not that it's funny, but you've got this little quirky edge, which I'm actually taking to.
Well, thank you so much, Duffy. Well, if you actually show specimen A right here, right over there, believe it or not, that is Tommy Chong from legendary comedy duo Cheech and Chong. This is his first band right there.
Nice, because I actually thought it was my dad for a split second. So it's good that we sorted that out.
So I'm hoping, Duffy, that you can learn a couple tracks from this amazing album, Bobby Taylor and the Vancouvers. Bobby Taylor actually was the guy that discovered Michael Jackson, too, when they were on tour.
Thank you very much.
So I guess you're going to have to discover some up-and-coming artists and have to learn a couple covers, and I included a burned CD for you, too.
Aren't you just the sweetest?
Well, Duffy, it's part of the Vancouver-Duffy connection.
You know what? This will have such a fond place in my heart that I can't actually tell you right now how I feel about this.
You can put it down if you'd like right now, Duffy.
Can I hold it for a while?
Oh, yes, you can, Duffy. And actually, Duffy, we have some more Canadian Vancouver connections.
Go ahead.
That connect to you, Duffy.
Tell me.
Check this out. What shirt am I wearing right now underneath, right here? Can you pick out what this is saying?
Well, can I touch it?
Yes, you can. What is on this shirt?
Good, Public Image.
Public Image Limited. And what's your connection to Public Image Limited? And then I'll tell you Vancouver's connection to Public Image Limited.
Brilliant. Well, my manager, Jeanette Lee, used to manage Public Image and be in Public Image.
And she was on the cover of the Flowers of Romance LP.
She was. You know too much.
Her photo. And also, what's really neat, to bring it back to Vancouver, the first drummer of Public Image Limited was from...
Wales.
No, Vancouver.
Whoops.
So there you go, the connection.
Hey, oh my God, now do you know what? Do you know what this shows me? That this is real love. We were meant to be.
Well, thank you, Duffy. But it doesn't stop there. Speaking of love, how come Johnny Rotten, who of course was the figurehead of Public Image Limited, how come he doesn't like to hug? How come he doesn't like love?
Good question. I think he might have a few personal space and anger issues.
What happened exactly? You tried to hug Johnny Rotten. Like, everybody wants to hug Johnny Rotten. What could go wrong hugging Johnny Rotten?
Because he looks like a little ginger squirrel. But, no, actually, I didn't want to hug him as much as I wanted to just get past him. And I said hello. Before I knew it, I was sort of dead meat.
Do you think there'll ever be an opportunity to hug Johnny Rotten again, Duffy?
Yes.
Hopefully.
I'm hopeful.
Duffy, here we still are in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. We have the Public Image Limited, linked to Vancouver. We have Bobby Taylor and the Vancouvers, linked to Vancouver, and links to Duffy as well. I have another exhibit for you, Duffy.
Go ahead.
Are you aware of this legendary group right here called Bad
Finger.
Bad Finger?
Bad
Finger. Bad Finger, who are from Wales.
Whoa! Hey, no, do you know what? I think I've met a couple of these guys. What songs did they write?
They actually wrote a song that was a big hit called Without You that Mariah Carey even covered.
Yes, I've heard. Do you know what? There's a film going to be made about this band.
Badfinger, and they were from Wales. And look at their record. Look what it's titled.
Live.
In?
Vancouver.
And you're from Wales, and Badfinger are from Wales. Now, I'm curious, where are you from Wales? They're from Swansea. What's the difference between Swansea and where you're from?
I love the way you say Swansea. Say again.
Swansea, Duffy.
What was the question?
What's the difference between Swansea, where Badfinger are from, and where you're from? What is Swansea like?
Swansea is like...
It is in Wales, right?
It is, but it's Swansea.
Okay.
But I love it. I'm going to say Swansea from now on. Swansea is kind of a bit more cosmopolitan, for want of a better word. And where I'm from is quite remote, if that's good enough description.
I really love it, though. All the connections, like Badfinger from Wales, live in Vancouver. My T-shirt here, Public Image Limited.
Just picked out of the wardrobe, let's be honest. You just threw that on.
Straight out of the retro bin, right for Duffy, and then Bobby Taylor and the Vancouvers. All this amazing connections between Duffy and Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
What's going on?
And Wales and Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, too. This is a legendary record, too. Badfinger live in Vancouver is actually a bootleg.
Really, I believe you.
How did you find out about Joe Meek and the movie Telstar?
Well, I was put forward for the film, actually, and they really wanted me to sing a song for the closing titles. And so I did Please Stay. And, you know, I learned a lot about Joe Meek during that experience, you know. What a fascinating guy he was. And I think people will be really intrigued when they see the film, the kind of tragedy, you know, attached to this great producer.
Unfortunately, I guess he killed his landlady and then killed himself, right?
Yes.
And that was Joe Meek, and the movie Telstar's come out. But I love it that you're covering the Crying Shames like a garage 60s nugget. That's awesome.
Thank you.
And you are Duff?
E.
You are Duffy. Now, Duffy, I'm interviewing you, Duff.
This guy.
I'm interviewing you, Duff. E.
Yeah. Oh, I think we just go, because you can call me Duff if you want.
Well, I'm interviewing you, Duff.
E.
Now, I've also interviewed Hillary.
E.
No, Hillary, duh.
E.
No, Hillary.
E.
Hillary Duff.
I don't know what you want me to say.
No, I've interviewed Hillary Duff.
Okay, I get it. It's a game.
I've interviewed Hillary Duff. I've interviewed Duffy.
Yes.
And I've also interviewed Duff from Guns N' Roses.
Woo!
And
You've got Duff overload.
Yeah, triple Duff action. But what I find really is totally cosmic is you, Duffy, was the second gig you ever saw Guns N' Roses?
Yes. How'd you know this stuff?
But that's amazing. Tell me about that. Guns N' Roses, Duffy, together. It's all coming together.
It really is. It's just like a match made in heaven, as I keep saying. But I got given the tickets and I just absolutely couldn't believe it. It was my second gig. I was so nervous. I was nervous actually going to the gig. Didn't know what to expect. They kept us waiting for about 8 hours, but I was cool with that. And so the gig was spectacular. I bought a Guns N' Roses t-shirt, like a real rocker, and I fell up the escalator because I was so drunk I didn't realize that they were coming down.
And you are Duff?
E.
And Duffy, I asked Hillary Duff if she would be in a band with Duff from Guns N' Roses called Double Duff.
Wow.
And she said, no way, Duff would never want me in a band. But then when I interviewed Duff from Guns N' Roses, I proposed that to him, and he said he's down with it.
Nice.
Hillary Duff and Duff from Guns N' Roses in a band. So now the question arises, Duffy, all three, triple Duff, Hillary Duff, Duff from Guns N' Roses, and Duffy, would you be in a band with all three of those guys?
What about Stephen Duff?
Well, I guess we'd leave him out of it, just to make things simple.
Okay. Well, then, yes, I'm in. Triple Duff.
And lastly here, Duffy, you speak Welsh, don't you?
Dwian.
And I love the way how you use Old English as well. Like, for instance, you say, me and my friends were gassing.
Do I say that?
Yeah, I heard you say gassing. Like, I love the way that you use the word gassing, gassy.
Gassy, yeah.
Yeah, because gassy means to talk, and in Vancouver, the founder of Vancouver's name was Gassy
Jackson.
Gassy Jack, almost. But of course, Bobby Taylor from Bobby Taylor's of the Vancouvers did discover Michael Jackson, but he's called Gassy Jack. And every time I tell people about Gassy Jack, they laugh at me. They don't understand. They think it's farting, but gassy is actually to talk, gassing. And you actually tell people that, don't you?
So you and I are now gassing.
Yeah, we're gassing back and forth. Gassy Jack. I love that you're bringing back Old English as well as Old Welsh.
Thank you.
Well, Duffy, anything else you want to add to the people out there at all?
Vancouver, be prepared, because this guy is on the loose.
Well, thanks so much, Duffy. Keep on rocking in the free world and do-do-do-do.
E.
Almost, Duffy. Do-do-do-do.
Do.